and welcome to Adventures by D. Today I'm taking you to an official Stranger Things store that has popped up in Las Vegas, Nevada. So come with me on this Stranger Things adventure. This store sits just off of MGM on the Strip if you're heading towards Planet Hollywood. And it's free to get in, so that's number one. You don't have to pay anything, and if you like photo ops, this is for you. Walking in, you see a Demogorgon right at street level. Awesome effect there. It draws you in along with the sign. And I was so excited to go here because I'd seen that this pop-up store had opened, so I wanted to go check it out. So, it's open to anyone, even though that said MGM Rewards members, but it's open to anyone. So you go down the escalator, and once you pop in here, there's already photo ops. You can see 11 here, ready to take some pictures with like huge Funko Pops. And then off to the side, there's also other picture spots. So you can see here, one of the kids riding their bikes, and you see some of this doorway, but then this starts drawing you in, right? So tons of people stopping and taking pictures. I was here by myself when I went in, so I didn't necessarily stop for a photo op here, but you follow the red LEDs in. And by the way, 80s music is pumping and playing so loud in here. It's like a party in here. This room is amazing. It is all 80s. And you can see in here like the Magic 8 Ball, and they had all sorts of merch, like there's a Stranger Things book, but Hellfire Club stuff. But I took a really deep dive into this room and navigated around some of the things. You can see there's a Hellfire Club. There's merch you can purchase in here, and there's also merch that is super cute just to look at. So all of this here is for purchase. But wouldn't it be fun to have a Stranger Things Magic 8 Ball? Like, that's the ultimate theming, isn't it? So, let me see here. What am I showing? Stranger Things books. Now, right behind this is, you can see in the background, is the pop-up. Here's Runaway Max. So one of Max's, a book about Max. And you might follow their novel series. I have not read them, so can you let me know if it's good? Is that something I'd want to read? There's lots of Easter eggs in here, so I spent a lot of time going through. And you can see here, just like in one of the first few episodes of Stranger Things in season 1, with the light bulbs and the signs, and I'm actually talking about that. It's like you're walking in, and you can take a picture on the couch with the alphabet. We did something like this at Comic-Con here in Atlanta a few years ago. Gosh, it's probably been at least 5-6 years ago that we sat on that couch. And then in Comic-Con they had a face that would come out at you, but they have the original couch, and you start looking at all the artifacts here, and they just have so many things. It's really amazing. But they even have the lights pulsing just like in the movie, and there's merch everywhere, you know, for stuff. But I start looking around, and you'll see there's some Funko things and some hats. And as we move, there's a bunch of different rooms, so just hang on with me as we go through this room. And that's more of the Stranger Things books that we'd seen before. And then we have some of the original merch here. Look at that. Too Funny from the first season. Lots of caps and things. And then you start seeing some of the merch. So they have like a wizard. Did you guys ever play this? And then I start noticing, wait a second, they have other board games to the left also. So fun. Masterminds there. Bionic Crisis, Scrabble. Come on, we have like backgammon. We have like 8 different types of Scrabble in our house. Amazing. This reminds me a lot of, in Halloween Horror Nights a couple of years ago, they had a, look, it's kind of like Connect 4 too. Oh, not Connect 4, Simon. It's like Simon also. Look, they have tapes cassette tapes of various artists. I am speaking throughout this video, but I'm doing voiceover now because not only could you not hear me well, but the music was so loud in there, it actually blocks our uploads. That's why I'm doing a voiceover now. They did have Funko Pops in here too. But I was gonna say is this room reminds me of Elliot's room, the E.T. room from Universal Studios Orlando, one of their tribute stores a few years ago. Very much like that with the 80s theming and the little Easter eggs all around the room. So if you did that, and we actually have a video of that on our channel, it's great. And there's so much theme merch. They came out with merch for a variety of different things. So last year at Halloween Horror Nights, they had Stranger Things, and they had it a previous year also, houses. This year it's going to be at Six Flags. We're going to have a Stranger Things house. So still very relevant. And of course the last season is still filming or about to finish filming. We live in Atlanta, so Stranger Things is huge for us. We've even done a video on filming locations. You can see it's a Polaroid camera there. There's an album right there. Music from the original series. So that's from season 1. Look at that, look at the little owl, the old clock. Does anybody have one of those clocks still? Look at the record player, the suitcase record player, come on. If you're my age, I mean, did you have anything like this? And then you're starting to see what's on there. So, loved it. And they have an old TV there. They have an old alarm clock. They have Atari cartridges. Donkey Kong, come on, Donkey Kong. I swear that clock may still be in my parents' house, not sure. This was great with all of the Easter eggs. So look, they have some army men down there. They have the tape deck. Look, they have Invisible Man. Look at all the games down here. So I was really taking a good look everywhere. And then you can see the sketchings of the Upside Down there on the wall. Books on collectibles. It's just 80s all over the place. So I wanted to go ahead and document this because I thought it was amazing. And then I started looking at all of the shelving here. Quizzard, feeling fine. There's a bus. There's some police cars. Some little Matchbox things. I mean, some of these pottery and stuff. Look, they even have a wall phone on the wall. There is so much here. And then I noticed that merch there and I start going through and I'm like, wait a second, there's another room. So here's Hellfire Club merch all over the place. It was really cool. That shirt was very popular last year for 2023 for Halloween Horror Nights with Universal Orlando, so popular. But there was all sorts of merch and that's what I was saying. I was like, man, I saw a ton of that Hellfire shirts all at Universal Orlando last fall. And still some more trinkets here, but I'm showing you $25 for a mug, $35. You can see some of the costs there. And then look, they have like a Demogorgon statue, and then they have the guitar. Look, they have like a, look at the deck there where they could record from. And then they have Benny's burgers. I'm telling you, there was so much themed merchandise here. Like if you're a fan, you've got to go to this pop-up. There's a few now around in different cities and I think even countries, but they have the pizza, which now you see Surfer Boy Pizza. They even have it at Walmart, right? That box. But all sorts of Hellfire Club merchandise. They had the hats, retro hats, like trucker hats. And then they had the Starcourt t-shirts and hats too. So Starcourt, the mall, famous mall, and that was actually filmed in Duluth, Georgia, an old mall then. I actually got Madison this Hawkins, welcome to Hawkins, fabulous Hawkins t-shirt. It's Vegas tea. I brought that home for her. She's a huge fan, my daughter. And you can see like lights going. It's very cool theme. And the music is just pumping in here. I can't even begin to tell you how crazy loud it is and what a vibe it is in here. So you're like almost dancing to the music. And then there's even more rooms off of this. So look at this. Look at this Hawkins 85, the high school's merchandise, like high school jackets and stuff. And then they have the Scoops Ahoy section. I mean, come on, we all remember Scoops Ahoy. So they, of course, had that merch too. I love seeing the Starcourt Mall stuff also. So amazing. And then there's some roller derby stuff. See the pink? And there's some classic Stranger Things. So look at this stuff. Rinko-Rama. Rinkomania. Come on. Great. So there's all this roller derby stuff from, you guys remember what happened with 11 in the roller derby? Poor 11. So they even have like the members only type jackets and everything, branded. And then more stuff. There was even kid stuff. It was so funny. So and then they had some other merchandise in here too for Netflix. That was outside of Stranger Things that I noticed. And so like here's some example of just Netflix stuff. So if you're a Netflix fan, this might have been the shop for you. And then there's so many things to see. Like here's Vecna, Viva Las Vecna. Come on, you're in Vegas, so why not? I mean, this is so great to walk through this, no charge. This room was pretty cool too. Look at that. No more lies, no more hiding. There's posters. This was so hard for me just to get. I just got that one Las Vegas shirt for Madison, but I actually FaceTimed her during this to see if there was anything else she was really interested in, because we saw a lot of Stranger Things merch at Universal Orlando during Halloween Horror Nights, and I'm sure there's going to be some at Six Flags this year. But this is the most concentrated merchandise I've ever seen in one place. So, and then you're like, what's going on in this room? Can you see all the theming and how they built out the different rooms? So then you're trying to figure out what's going on in here. And it's very dark. And then there's red. Like you're in the upside down. But hold on. There we go. And there's a Demogorgon. Come on. Look at that there on the wall. So people were taking pictures, and you could also take pictures of Stranger Things there too. So they had little rooms for that. So very much enjoyed that. I did try to take a selfie with myself with this here. It is dark in this room though with the red light. So I was like, oh my gosh, there's some photo ops in here in addition to what you saw up front and with the couch. So I'm showing that. And I went ahead out. You guys can see, just look how great the theming is with this little pop-up store. And it's been there for a while now. It opened about a year ago. Here's some more Stranger Things merch. And then you can see the Hawkins stuff here. I don't realize at the time, so I'm going back and I'm trying to see, did I miss anything in this room? And so I start looking around to see if there's anything else I missed. So it says now streaming. So it's other Netflix properties that are here. And there's Bridgerton. And hold on, because I realize I'm trying to show you all the merch. Like this is how much merch there is, and there's backpacks, and I mean it was pretty crazy how much there was. But I eventually realized, oh wait, here's another room. So I'm walking around and I say, wait, look at this one. And so it's like an 80s arcade. So this was so cool. This was one of my favorite rooms in the place, but it was set up like an 80s arcade, and then they had specialty merchandise just for this arcade too. So just like the movie. So it was crazy. You can see the 11 dolls and some of the other dolls, Steve and some of the other folks there. And then they even had like a photo machine there. But then they had video games. Look at that. You wanna play Asteroids? Dig Dug? And then they had themed merchandise in here too. The Palace Arcade. They had a claw machine so you could try to pick up your favorite Stranger Things doll, your favorite character. But there was so much in here. I love this room because this was straight out of an 80s arcade. It really was to me. And can you see, like, is there stuff you guys want to buy? I mean, look at this. There's, like, every room was a deep dive with the merch with that room, too. Crazy. Look at Max there. Awesome, right? And then coming up, once I kind of go through here and I'm showing more of this merch here with the Palace Arcade, they have all different designs, so then you're just so tempted, aren't you? So, I realized as I'm heading out that there's one room. I actually thought I finished filming, and then I went back and I was like, oh my gosh, there's one more room in here. So I'm giving you one last look. You can see all the neon. I mean, these things were themed amazingly, these rooms. If you're anywhere that has one of these pop-ups, you've got to go in. Especially if you're a hardcore fan, you're gonna love this. You're gonna try to, like, you're gonna have to figure out what you want to buy. And here I am, because I was like, I thought I was done, and then I realized I missed this room, which was just off to the right of that one. And it's like you're at Hawkins High. It's amazing. With the trophies, like a trophy case, like a high school, and the lockers, and all the paintings, like you're in the gym or inside the high school. Come on, this was amazing, this room, and I missed it. I actually finished, and then I realized I hadn't been in this room. I don't know how I missed it. It's almost like you're on overload because there's so much to look at. Look at that, there was mugs. Look, 1986, go. Now we have a filming locations video and went by the location of the high school. I do believe that they are actually going to demolish that high school here. So I am gonna end this one. It's just a quick vlog. If you're in or around Las Vegas and you're a Stranger Things fan, come check this store out. It's more or less outside of MGM, the strip mall on the Las Vegas Strip. Definitely worth the time.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and
ringing a bell,
so you'll be notified of our next upload. And as always, may the adventures be with you.